Okay, this is E.T. here in my beautiful outdoor studio here in sunny and today breezy Australia. So it'll be a lovely day here in Australia, a lovely place to be at any time of the year. Today I would like to discuss who the Greens actually work for. What do they stand for? What are they about? Can we discuss the Greens openly without being censored? Are they not a totalitarian system insisting that everyone else think like them, at the same time saying everyone must be into diversity, and contradicting that immediately by attacking anyone who disagrees with them in any way at all? What multiculturalism is an individual choice how you want to be as an individual, how you think, your intellectual process, the intelligence you gain in your life. That's an individual thing that develops your internal culture. So we're all individualistically a culture in our own right. So multiculturalism, for a start, is anyone, whoever they are and whatever they are like. But who do the Greens work for? Well, this is the very, very interesting thing. They pretend to be about distribution of income and against the so-called capitalist, whoever or whatever that may be these days. And some of them even call themselves Marxists, which is a bit odd, because Marx was about people. His thesis was about people working in industry at that stage in the 19th century, in the age of Charles Dickens, when the conditions in industry and where people worked were deplorable and terrible, and people were treated very, very badly by capitalist investors in people's employment and work which created to the machinery of every industry, which gave us out eventually the great wealth we should have today. What the Greens are saying as they are Marxists or leftists or socialists is, the fact is, they're not. They're capitalists, anti-industrial capitalists who have taken over the offices and the media, the bureaucracies and all of these things to take profit, in other words capital, for their advantage out of the efforts of actual people who invest their time and industry to produce things. So they're still capitalists. But because the Greens on the left have been pushing the economic program in regards to climate change without first discussing what it may mean as economically speaking, what they have done is cause the cost of energy, electricity, the basic means of mechanizing the system. Everyone relies on energy these days, electricity, we can't live without it. They've caused that to rise so much in costs to fund the economy, which will grow then the employment we need to take up the growth in population. It's so much more expensive now because of the cost of energy, because of the Greens and the left, that people have to borrow a lot more money, and governments now are borrowing a lot more money to fund the employment they have in services, hospitals, police. These basic things cost so much more today to fund through borrowing because of electricity price hikes. It's obvious that the Greens on the left work for capitalists who lend out this money to mugs in government who cannot say no to these people or manipulating politics for whatever ends they have, which is nothing to do with anything at all. It's just about people gaining control of the capital. That's all socialism is about. It's about a certain people who have the power to manipulate the legislation, so it enables them to enrich themselves off the system of others. Go and look at North Korea, go and look at Russia in the last 100 years when Stalin and Lenin was in power. Go and have a look at any totalitarian socialist system is about enriching some and then trapping the rest into lifelong poverty. And if you don't go along with the system, you're going to go in jail or be ostracized or whatever they do. These totalitarianists do, which is Greens are totalitarianists. They're into dictatorship, they're into flatlining society, they're into telling you how to think. They're certainly not into diversity, and they certainly are the capitalists of today. They're not industrial capitalists, they're just in the offices of media, etc. And it's about time people were able to speak up more freely about these people. Thank you, this is E.T. from sunny Australia. Love you all.